Okay, so John Doe is arguably the hardest killer to play in Forsaken. Now, while 1x1 technically has more difficulty stars, anyone who's played both will quickly realize that 1x1 is much easier to master than John. That said, John still has plenty of stereotypes surrounding his skins, so before you dive in, let me remind you this video is just for fun and laughs. Every stereotype has an exception and shouldn't be taken seriously. Okay, are you ready? Well, let's get right into it then. These players have some experience with the game and have saved enough to buy John Doe because they actually genuinely want to play as him. However, they barely use digital footprints or to trap or slow down survivors. And when they do, they place them out in the open. This is a mistake since they should be placing them in loops or common survivor hiding spots. For some whatever reason, these players are just not good at the game. No matter how hard they try, they always seem to struggle. They constantly whiff their slash, even when a survivor is standing right in front of them. And after guest 337 in the match, forget it, they fall for the block for every single time, only to get immediately punched in the face. They might manage to snag one kill or two, but actually winning a match, that's a rare sight. Though, every once in a blue moon, they somehow defy all odds and actually win a game. This is probably the least used skin for John Doe, and it's easy to see why. It's basically just the default skin with a retroish twist. Not much to it, but the simplicity is part of its charm. That said, the players who do choose this skin are usually pretty skilled at playing John Doe. They'll place digital footprints in spots where you'll barely notice them, setting up traps in the most unexpected places, and when they use their corrupt energy, it's always in the perfect spot to trap survivors and catch them off guard for an easy kill. It's clear that these players know that what they're doing, they play with precision, patience, and strategy. So if you encounter one in a match, don't take them lightly. Congratulations! You're starting to see just how powerful John Doe can be when played to his full potential. However, while his strength is undeniable, his playstyle is also one of the easiest to counter for experienced survivors. At this stage, players using John Doe are starting to get the hang of things. They're now placing digital footprints in key looping spots, forcing survivors to trick into tricky situations. They're using their corrupt energy much more cleverly, setting up traps to catch survivors while they're busy working on the generators. With these smart plays, they're able to outmaneuver and punish survivors for trying to repair and escape. Okay, these guys love football so much that they saw this skin and thought, yep, this is the one. They didn't just pick it for looks, they want to bring that athlete mindset into Forsaken. When it comes to gameplay, they have a pretty aggressive approach. They rarely use corrupt energy for trapping survivors, instead opting to launch it as a surprise projectile at anyone daring to fix a generator, which is basically 99% of John Doe players. However, they do have a solid understanding of digital footprints, strategically placing them around the corners of common survivor hiding spots. That way, when a survivor tries to stay out of sight, they can charge in like a linebacker and land a devastating attack. Their chase game is where they truly shine. About 80% of the time, they land a splash mid-chase with precision, making it almost impossible to escape. As for the remaining 20%, well, let's just say their biggest enemies are their survivors. It's their Wi-Fi. Now this is a great holiday skin, and the players who use it, yeah, they actually know what they're doing. Since this skin was only available for a limited time, not many people have it, but those who do, they aren't just casual players messing around with a holiday outfit. They're seasoned John Doe mains who have put in the hours to master him. In terms of skill, these guys are downright terrifying. They know exactly where to place digital footprints to catch survivor off guard, and their corrupt energy usage is on another level, perfectly timed to snipe players or block escape routes. Going up against a Santa John Doe isn't just a challenge, it's a nightmare before Christmas. Get it? Okay, I'm sorry. So if you see one in your match, just know that you're in for a tough game. Consider it their special Christmas gift to you. whether you like it or not. Okay, seeing someone actually using this skin is extremely rare. Why? Because there aren't many players who fully dedicated to main John Doe. He's like a skill shackle, limiting what they can do compared to our killers. Only the most determined players stick with him long enough to reach this level, not gonna lie. Anyway, at this stage, these players have completely leveled up their strategy. They're no longer just placing digital footprints randomly, now they're setting up them in a highly strategic area. And like the castle ramps of Brandon's works, or the high ground of glass houses, these traps make movement incredibly difficult for survivors, forcing them into tough positions. Their crop energy accuracy has also improved significantly. They're no longer just throwing them out randomly, they're hitting targets with precision and even managing to trap multiple survivors at once. A well-placed shot can completely shift the momentum of the match. So if you ever see one playing as the Milestone 2, good luck, because these guys are actually monsters. You like trees. A lot. So if you're using the skin, there's a good chance that you enjoy spamming spread in the chat just to intimidate people. Players who pick rochas are complete coin flip. On your match, they're absolute menace, placing digital footprints in unpredictable spots and using crop energy to control entire section of the map. And the next match, they're like running around aimlessly, missing attacks, and getting outplayed at every turn. You never really know what to expect with these guys, except for one thing. If they typed spread in the chat, they definitely think they're winning. Remember when the skin is the most popular John Doe skin? Yeah, me too. Demon King players are a mixed bag. About 50% of them actually know what they're doing, placing digital footprints in strategic spots, setting up deadly traps, and using crop energy to its fullest potential. These players make John Doe look like an unstoppable force, controlling the map with precision. And then there's the other 50% who are just unbelievably toxic for some reason. Whether it's excessive taunting or spamming the chat, these guys make every match feel personal. They might not always be the best players, but they'll definitely make sure you remember them, whether you want to or not. Okay, these guys are just scary. At this point, they're not just good at playing John Doe, they're highly skilled killers in general. They could easily dominate with other killers, but they chose to play John Doe because they want challenge. And that's what makes them so dangerous. John Doe's playstyles revolves around trapping, and in a game where you have roughly 3 minutes to eliminate every survivor, setting traps is a high-risk, high-reward strategy. But these players understand that better than anyone. They know exactly when and where to place digital footprints to create no unknown situation for survivors. Their crop energy isn't just a tool, it's a weapon they use with a pinpoint accuracy to cut off escape routes and secure quick kills. If you're into a Milestone 3 John Doe, prepare yourself. These players don't just play to win, they play to break your mentality. This is a reference to another Roblox game in Plain Sight 2. Players who use dips are usually drawn to its demonic design, probably because it looks cool or maybe because they have a bit of an edgy side. Unlike other John Doe players who rely more on digital footprints, dips mains love using energy spikes aggressively. Instead of just blocking past, they'll trap survivors inside their spikes and finish them off right then and there. It's a brutal but effective way to play, and once you're caught in the setup, escaping is just really impossible. Players who use this skin usually fall into one of two categories. The first group, they really love the design and the chase theme and overall aesthetics, but have absolutely 0 hours in any Project Moon games. They just think it looks cool, and honestly, fair enough. Then there's the second group who bruh, go take a shower. If you're using this skin, you've probably spent way too much time playing John Doe. You know everything in the book, where to place your footprints, how to use energy spikes to cut off your escape, and you literally know, you don't just play John Doe. You are John Doe at this point. Survivor don't even stand a chance, but let's be real. When was last time you stepped away from screen? Touched grass, seen the sun? Go outside, man. Please. Oh boy, these guys, they are not they are not messing around. They're playing John Doe for the challenge, and when they switch to our killers, well, that match is over in 2 to 3 minutes tops. They've mastered every other killer, and now they're pushing themselves with John Doe because they want to extend the game and add a bit more excitement while testing their skills. And trust me, these guys are not playing around. They have memorized the map down to the finest detail, where everything spawns. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Survivors, generators, and even consumables. They know exactly where to place traps to catch survivors off guard and prevent their escape. Their crop energy usage is terrifyingly accurate. They'll land it even when survivors are trying to run away, ensuring they're always under pressure. These players also know the importance of dealing with the right survivor first. Dasakar, Elite, and Villerman, they're priority targets. These guys know what even a brief interruption from them can end a chase before it even starts. And with that, we have come to the end of the Stereotype video. So, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe because it actually really helps. And for the next Stereotype video, I'm gonna be talking about Two Time, but I'm mostly gonna wait for his rework. So, yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna make a different video. So, yeah, I'll see you all later. Goodbye.